Hey everyone, this is Dave with Focusrite Group Professional. We're here again with Brandon Tolles, formerly from Robot Lemon, now from Infrasonic. Today we're going to talk more about the please don'ts and the do's for what you should be sending for your music to be mixed in Atmos. So we were just talking about some of the things that you wish you could have. So it's like a Christmas list.
Yeah.
If someone's going to send you a mix, what you would ideally want. So let's maybe start with what you shouldn't send, if possible.
Absolutely. Well, going off a last video, the main things, just to preface, stereo master and lead vocal, dry lead vocal stem, please send. After that, that's the wish list, right? But to your question, as far as what we don't want to see, we've done the whole gambit, right? We're not gonna ask for things that are impossible. So, we've done hip hop and R&B and pop tracks where it's a stereo instrumental 2-track, and we work with it. Now, if it was December 25th, I would much prefer kick, snare, sample, is whatever you can give us, right? So I think the general rule is the less we get, the less flexibility we have, the less we can do, the less creativity we can put into the song. The more we have, to a point, it becomes more flexible and we have more creative freedom, right? Now, it gets to the extreme. If you're sending us multi-tracks, we're just mixing the song, right? And at that point, that's another conversation. But for the most part, people are doing a good job after we communicate with them that we want stems that sound like as close to the final mix as possible, right?
So essentially, like, instead of sending a whole heap of guitars in a stereo, you'd like it bust down unless there's creative choice.
Absolutely. If possible, separate those guitars for us, and then we can pan them around. Because another huge thing in Atmos specifically is phase, right? So if you have a guitar stem and you've used stereo widening and delay and Haas and all that stuff, in stereo it sounds awesome, but when I pull that off the wall, it's going to be a phase nightmare unless I do something with it, right? Yeah. So yeah, much preferred as separate as possible besides creative.
Yeah, and also the master bus, right? So sure. Maybe turn off the limiting, but otherwise keep all the flavor, or do you want all the flavor?
It's dependent, right? But I would say all the flavor if possible, because if you're running a guitar stem through a limiter, it's probably not going to be limiting that much anyway. I mean, you'll get to a 99% instead of 100% of the mix, but I will take that over 80%. 70% any day, because what I then do if I get stems that aren't run through a mix bus is I start guessing and I start detective gadget, trying to figure out what you were doing to get it back as close to that product as possible. And I would much prefer just starting where you ended.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I hope this is some help in getting your songs ready for mixing in Atmos. For Atom Audio, I'm Dave, and this is Brandon. Thanks so much.